Hey everybody, welcome to Season 6 playoffs. I am popping everything up. We got a fun night. We got a lot of big games coming on. Actually, let me real quick check. Everybody, I popped down my YouTube. Make sure everything's working properly. Can you guys hear me? Hear me? Okay, just want to double check. All right, just want to make sure. I tried something a little different with our setup here because hoping to try to avoid the whatever weird issues we've been having with losing frames after a while. So hopefully it won't continue, but we will see. I am going to we're going to play the All-Star game first, so we can get a feel for how that's going on. I've got a couple of announcements. One, I will be making a change tomorrow into the game. I'm going to having an update, and it's going to basically allow so that when you draft, you can have a setting in the draft where you can have the drafted players start off with lower abilities, and then they will get a boost after the draft. So that means it's a little harder to know who's the best player in the draft all the time. We won't use that though. I just want to make this announcement. We won't use that for next season's draft, just because a lot of people I know, like Kat, planned, he's got like 3 picks in the first round or something. So I wouldn't want to screw Cat this year by having that. It's not going to be a big deal. Basically, what I did is players will have 4 points less in each of their abilities, and then after the draft, there will be a 0 to 8 roll. So overall, their averages should be the same as they were before. It's just a slight portion of their overall ability will be a little bit masked. So yeah, I might be screwed. I got off. All my picks are in season 6. I think you still pretty much tell it's pretty close. It's not like you get a bust in the draft, but I tried it out. It looks pretty good. I kind of like it. So I think that'll be a little bit of fun as well. So yeah, hey guys, I see you on too. Yeah, we do, and that's the big problem. We do know everything about every rookie, and and tanking is okay a little bit, but we also don't want to make it so that, getting that first pick is so important, really, especially when there's a Charon out there. So it's going to be, it's good. So yeah, but it won't be this year. I know, especially because everybody's planning on it. So we won't be using it that year. So I just don't want anybody to be afraid when I drop that tomorrow, that we won't be using it for this next coming season. It should be dropped tomorrow. And I guess that's about it. We've got a lot of folks that are going to be on. We're going to be doing some trivia as we go through the All-Star game. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that All-Star game started so we can see. Here are the first couple guys on the All-Star team. My bet, we're saying online, I think it's probably gonna end up being the Rebellious Conference, the red team. I think is gonna get it. When you look at this lineup here on the left, the last 4 MVPs all came from this top group right here. So I'm thinking they're gonna take it, but let's see what happens. Hey Tyler, how's it going? Hey Bar, how's it doing? And so I'm gonna go ahead and get that started, so we can kind of see what's happening. Charon won't be running for 500 yards. That's one thing. So we've got some trivia going. I've got a bunch of things on here. The first one's an easy one. It's an easy one. Who has the most fantasy points of all time? Offensive fantasy points of all time. Is it Sothail, Dust Flare, Winewood, Fiona, or Charon? So offensive fantasy points. Let's see who is the most. What do you guys think? Some of these are easy. Some of them aren't. So some of the really easy ones I didn't even ask because they're like super obvious. But yeah, all time offensive fantasy points. And the answer is, it's actually Sothail. Sothail's number 1 in all-time offensive fantasy points. So Not only a great defensive player, but it is Sothale. Now, all-time rushing yards. All-time rushing yards. Sothale, Dust Flare, Winewood, Fiona, or Caron? Well, he is. He's number one in defensive fantasy points as well. So Sothale's number one in offensive and defensive fantasy points. So that just shows you how much of a beast Sothale was first 2 seasons. Fiona's getting a lot of love. So for rushing all time, Sothale, Dust Flare, Winewood, Fiona, or Caron? Sothale, look, they had a turnover here. Winewood's running the ball. It's a low-scoring game. Figured it'd be a lot of defense. Going Winewood again. We got Fiona on this. Caron. 2 seasons, he's already on top. It's Caron. It is Caron. He's 2 seasons already up, and he's already leading all-time rushing yards. So there will be some other interesting Caron stats as we go throughout this. Yeah, pretty amazing. That shows how much of a beast Caron is. All right, so active player now. This is active player. This is not a retired player. Findor leads all-time receiving yards for all-time players. But when we look at active players, is it Kaz, Halady, Jesco, Wraith, or Safe for the most receiving yards? Ooh, Kaz with a pick there. There's Kaz getting his name called and getting up there and making a big play. These defenses are just dominating. Looks like the starters, nobody's going to score on the starters. Wraith, Jesco. Yeah, those would be the names I'd be thinking. Or Kaz, that's who I'd be thinking too. It's actually Safe from the Huberts. Safe from the Huberts is number 1 currently active receiver. They just get ignored because they don't win, but he is number 1. They've got a great quarterback, best quarterback. Their quarterback's number 1 easily. But yeah, Safe is number 1 receiving all time. Oh, look at Wolf running the ball, pounding it. Now we got the backups in, the second string in. There goes Safe catching the ball after getting his name called. Halady, how many seasons has Halady had over 500 yards receiving? How many seasons has Halady had over 500 yards receiving? Yeah, it's just 1. Halady has not had the ball. He's been playing blocker most of the time. So Halady really had the big jump this season. This is where Halady just came up and beasted it. So yeah, and this year he had 2,400 yards. So Halady had a big one this year. I think that's the record. I think it is. I didn't check. That's one I didn't check. I didn't check on too many of the records. There was one record that I did check on, but Yoon with the pick. Yoon from let's see. I got a bunch here. Total yards. Oh shoot, I forgot to write down who the winner was. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. Dang it. You know what? I'll wait on this one. Well, you know what? I'll wait on this one. We'll ask this one later because I didn't write that one. I think I know who it is, but I'm not positive because I always get there. All right, so let's see. Oh, Wolf is dominating here. Wolf might get them back in this. Let's see here. Most pancakes. So little love to our O-lineman. Sephiroth from the Widows. Strauss from the Choops. Cohen from the Ents. Raven from the Stampede, or Brass. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, or Raven from the Stampede. Who is number 1? That's going to be probably a toughie. Poor O-lineman. We try to give him as many shout-outs as we can, but they do not get it. It is Cohen from the Ents. Cohen is from the Ents. Yeah, I'm naming most of the top players. like for Haledi, he wasn't near the top in receiving yards just because he hasn't been receiving that much. But I listed him just because I figured a lot of people might think he had a lot of receiving yards. And then Brassbeard from the Ents was actually number 4. So the number 1 and number 4 all-time blocker is on the Ents. So that's those big boys giving them all those running yards and blocking for the Ents. All-time fantasy points. Well, obviously, if you have number 1 in offensive and defensive fantasy points, it's going to be Sofail's number 1. Man, Wolf is dominating this All-Star game, and they're going to get the win. But who's number 2 all-time fantasy points? Anime, Meninoka from the Ents, Dalpin from the Storm, or is it Wraith from the Choops? Who is number 2 in all-time fantasy points? So the B team ends up getting it. Surprising. Seraphim. A lot of people are Seraphim ends up getting the fantasy points for that team. Yoon, though, had the best fantasy day, but they just couldn't get the points. Wow, I thought Wolf was dominating, but I guess not. Maybe I just wasn't seeing very much. And so here we go. Yeah, and all of y'all are wrong. It's Men from the Ents. He is number 2 in all-time fantasy points. And he is number 2. So Ents are on top in those categories here. Which of these players? Now, I did not. These aren't the top ones. I limited Sofail because, and we already talked about the top guys. But in the next group, which player has the most fantasy points? Dust Flare, Haledi, Wolf, Teldanto, or Denaya? Who has the most fantasy points? Dust Flare, Haledi, Wolf, Teldanto, or Denaya? And Titty gets it. It is Teldanto. Teldanto is the number 1 out of that group. Is number 1 in fantasy points. Actually, that answers my other question then. Oh no, it doesn't quite. Who has, and before we'll get started with the next game, I'll do one more before we get started with our first game. Let me check it. Are all the Bar, is everybody here with all your group together for the Ferryman game? I want to start that one first because it's the lowest ranked game. I think the Widows probably gonna get crushed. Just want to make sure they're all here. That Oscar's here. Let's see here. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, the last one I was gonna ask. Who has the most total yards? Total yards. Sothale, Fiona, Dust Flare, Winewood, or Caron. So total yards. Who has the most? Now this one's the one I have to look up. I think I know who it is, but I forgot to write it down. Yeah, Fiona gets a lot of love. Fiona's good. Fiona's up there, but it is not Fiona. And I believe it is Winewood. No, it is Dust Flare. See, I always get Winewood and Dust Flare confused because they're both halflings. So it is Dust Flare. Dust Flare is number 1. Dust Flare's got it. Winewood is number 4. Fiona number 3, so up there. Caron still has to catch up. Caron's doing well, but Caron pretty much doesn't ever pass the ball. He has 0 passing yards. So he doesn't get any passing yards. So, you know, we got Southdale's got like 2,000 passing yards. Our best player has 2,000 passing yards. Southdale has 1,500. So it's a big difference in passing yards between those guys. So, oh, Vicarious is working. Oh no, that sucks. All right, well, I guess so. He's not going to be on at all, or running late. Not going to be on at all, because I can hold on the game, but if he's not going to be on, that I know my son's gone too. My son has okay, yeah, my son's gone too. Luke's out. He's assistant director on a play, and so he's got to be there for callbacks tonight. So we'll go ahead and run the Ferryman first. We'll run the Ferryman first, and so we'll see. Here we have Charon going against the Widows, and so let's see how this goes. We kind of think how this is going to go, but I don't know. We never know. Ferryman have, you know, Ferryman this year. Ooh, I need to turn on the sound. I didn't have the sound on. Ferryman, all but I think 2 of their games were won by 1 point. So this is pretty interesting game. Oh, look at that Ghost with a pick. What a huge play. The Widows could take the lead. And Stormcloud in for the score. Ouch. Charon's not happy about that. Gets a few yards. You know, I did look at the Widows. They do have 2 big boys that can tackle. Sephiroth is a really good tackler. And he might be able to get his hands on him and make a couple stops. Charon, though, gets another big first down. Big play. Yeah, they got 0%. I gave them in the Storm 0% myself. But you never know. Maybe they can come. Maybe they can do it. And oop, incomplete. Charon doing his thing. Getting the big play. Gravity gun to ligament and score. Incomplete there. Adon, the run. Stormcloud comes in, breaks a couple tackles. Can't quite do it. Oh, no way, really? Nice. I guess that's where he got his team name. Charon, run to the outside. Charon, and score. Ferryman up 2-1. Now, that early lead by the Widows was short-lived. Yeah, they sure did. They got all excited. And then, you know, this next drive, they had to stop. They only let him get like 6 or 7 yards on one of the runs. Adon, look at that big run by Adon up the middle. Stormcloud, Courage Cursor, nothing. First and goal. They got the first down there. Adon. Oh, and Courage Cursor down the... It's really Courage Courser, I guess. I always say Cursor. Charon with the big run. I should probably say his name right, because he's actually pretty high up there on a lot of these stats. I didn't notice how high he was on a lot of these stats. We've got a few other stats we'll be talking about later. Clathen, run. Ooh. And Clathen gets injured, but they get the quick score. Yeah, he's running the ball. Adon, and Adon looking pretty good running the ball. He's got a good passing ability. But they get the turnover. Charon, every gun, Charon, and looks like the Ferrymen are starting to take over. Up by 2 now. Looking a little rough. Storm Cloud. Nice run. Yeah, it's looking kind of solid now. But you never know. Look at this. Look at this innie. Nice little play there. Adon back, trying to do his best. Look at that. It's 4-3. It's not over. The Ferrymen, I think, they seem to actually, I don't know if it's the other teams have gotten better, but they seem like they're still fantastic, but they've had so many close games. I don't think I think they're going to run through it. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Caron, nice run there again. Another first down. Yeah, their defense is really bad, so I think that's the real problem. Caron with a big run, and he gets the score. So still, Courage with a big catch. Yeah, Courage is doing all right. He's doing really well receiving that ball. But I think Caron's going to wind up getting a pick or something late. Simi trying to run. Yeah, I mean, except that game that he picked it and ran it all the way back. But yeah, I agree. I mean, he's a good cover. It's just, you know, I mean, I think just like that in this league, it's hard to, even if you're a good cover, to constantly cover everybody, because some of the matchups are just don't work. They just don't work. It's really about the matchup. And sometimes there's a player that you just don't match up well against. Around, bounce it around. Looks like they could take it. Grab the gun, bounce, bounce. Nope, not there. Hawk huddle, back to pass. Grab the gun, nice little run, and score. So that looks like it may be over. I guess it's time for some trivia. Since we are, this game looks down. Let me ask you a couple more. Which active player is number 2 in yards per rush? Number 1 is Caron. Number 1's Caron. Who's number 2 in yards per rush? And they must have had at least 500 yards rushing. So, Dark, Fiona, Milan, Wolf, or Winewood? Who has the most yards per rush with at least 500 yards? And who's after Caron? Caron's like, he's number 1 with 20 yards per rush. Number 2 is at 15 yards per rush. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's just about like being the right guy on the right team, and you know, and it just works out. That's what I have. That's why I have fun with this too. Yeah, this one was for you, Kat. It's Milan. Milan has the most yards per rush over Wolf, over any of these people. I think they're just shocked when he runs the ball. Like he never runs the ball. They're just shocked that he runs the ball. Yeah, this league, the only issue is that that's why this is weird. That's why I put it out. I mean, it was pretty odd that Milan was even listed in the chat. So, let's see. Who has the most touchdowns? Who has the most touchdowns? Wolf, Dark, Maple Stump, who's up for Bust of the Year, Ione, or Kenosu? Who has the most touchdowns? Yeah, some of these, you know, you have the pre-AI changes. which there's a little bit of a slant, especially season 1. Season 1 was a really big one. Most touchdowns. It is actually Ionith from the Hounds. Has more touchdowns than Sothale. Oh no, I'm sorry. Sothale's number 1. I'm sorry. Sothale's number 1. Number 2 is Ionith. Number 2 is Ionith. I was gonna say, yeah, at least have more than Sothale. But number 2 is, man, the Varkaris just crushed them. Charon had a big game. It's pretty much what we expected. There is the Varkaris getting that win. Yeah, Dogs 1 and 2 in touchdowns. All right, one more before we go on to the next game. I'll do one more. We'll start with defense. Most fantasy defensive points. Sothale, as I said before, Sothale was number 1. Hey, CJ, how's it going? Sothale was number 1. Who's number 2? Traven, Wraith, Dalpin, Denaya, or Meninoka? Who is number 2 in fantasy points? Defensive fantasy points. Yep. It is Meninoka. Yeah, Wraith is right up there, man. Wraith is like number 2 and number 3 in almost everything. Like, Wraith is just like great at everything, but just not quite at the top. That's why he's in the top again on this list, but not quite there. It's Meninoka is number 1 and number 2 in defensive fantasy points. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and do the Stampede next. This is a big one. These are all the juicy ones coming up. I think the least juicy is the Stampede Huberts, although Huberts did win the first one. But Stampede have improved a lot since that first game. We'll see how this goes. So we'll play this one. Play Ants last. I know Gundar's going to be running late. Hopefully he gets to see the game, but he probably won't get to see the first one. So I'll run that one last. So let's see how the Stampede Huberts go. All right, so here we go. Wolf, Taz, Path, new guys to the team that's made the Stampede. I think when you just think logically, the Stampede should be the team to beat this year. But they are one-dimensional offense, but man, they are good at that one dimension. So we'll see. And they won it all last year, so I think they have a great chance of doing it this year. Wavering, Sveen, the number 1 passer in our league. Wavering is actually moving up. He's number 2 or 3 in receiving, and then number 1 is Saith. So Wavering and Saith are fantastic receivers, but Sveen is the top quarterback. So we'll see if they can pass. How that gets. I think the Huberts have a shot, but the fact that they lost the last 2 games, I don't know what happened to them. But the fact they lost the last 2 games, I think, makes it, makes me less confident in the Huberts. So we'll see. But we got some fog, so that's going to really hurt the Huberts. That helps out the Stampede. And Wolf crushing it. Taz back, running the ball. Taz crushing it. Oh, an injury already. Sveen. Oh, their best player gets hurt by Traven. Oh, no. That's not a good start for the Huberts. That is not a good start for the Huberts. Oh, but they get stopped, though. And the Huberts get it back. Brenna, big boy running back. Big boy running back. Let's see. Hunald running the ball. Breaking some tackles. Wavering. Oh, Wavering's now running rather than receiving. Ooh, that's an interesting one. They're moving the ball. Incomplete. It's just they're not going to be much of a passing team anymore. They're going to be a running team now. Without their quarterback. Wolf crushing. Paz doing the same, running up the middle. Oh, little bounce there. Stop. 2nd and 4. Deval. Stop. 3rd down for Wolf. And, ooh, he just sneaks out that 1st down. Stampede keep moving it. Goal line in sight. Can they get Wolf? Can Wolf? Ooh, they take down Wolf. 3rd and 7. Taz has to do it here. Taz with a nice run. Ooh, big run by Taz. Huge run by Taz. And boom, gets the 1st. Ooh, but Safe gets his big catch. Brenna. Ooh, big run up the middle. Hunal, run up the middle. 1st down. Wavering. This offense is moving the ball. And they did get a stop. This game's actually, with Sveen out, I really thought they would get crushed. But, you know, for this matchup, Sveen may not be a great player, although it hurts their passing game. Ooh, big stop. Brenna couldn't get that 1st down. The rookie did not get through. Ooh, incomplete with a pass. Hunal running the ball. Hunal doing all right. Wavering. Oh, Wavering throws a pick. Raven. That's a big one. Burke. They've got some beef. They've got more beef than I. You know, this might be why the Huberts beat the Stampede. They do have a lot of beef. And these big boys, they just, you know, beat people up. And Huberts might have enough beef to be able to actually slow them down a little bit. Hunal can't get anywhere. 3rd and 10. That turns it over. Wavering with the tackle. Paz. Tackled. Devolve. You gonna do it? Angeli tackled. Look at that. Big guy still controlling. Doing well. Wavering? Ooh, Wavering though. He's not looking good. Krenna? Oh, Krenna goes back to pass too. This fog is really hurting the bad players. Yeah. 3rd and 6. But that defense is really stopping them. Ooh, Devon with a pick. Halftime pause analysis. Okay, we'll see. This will be the last play before the half, and Wolf. All right, we'll do a pause analysis. Wolf gets the big score. This is a defensive stalemate. Is that going to be what takes it over the top? While we're doing that, I'll at halftime, I'll go ahead and pop in. I'll pop in another trivia question. Let's see, what do we have here? You know what? I'm gonna save the trivia because that's true. We're gonna have we need a few minutes in between week 1 and week 2, so that the owners can think about their rosters real quick. So I won't do halftime trivia. I'll run out of trivia if we do halftime trivia. Well, I guess I won't. Well, I'll do one. All right. Let's see. Who has the most tackles for loss? Sothale, Kata, Traven, Teldonto, or Sedair from the Crowbars? Which one has the most tackles for loss? That's nice. Yep, it is Teldonto. That's where I guess he gets a lot of his fantasy points. It is Teldonto there with the lead. Sothale very close number 2, but that was number 1. Yeah, he is a beast. All right, so and then the Huberts also get an injury. That was a bad play for them. Let's see what happens. Bloodfang up. Brenna, ooh, misses. And 3rd down. That little halftime, that little right before the halftime play. Oop, nothing. Ooh, another pick. This fog is killing these very average passers on the Huberts. They're good passers out. These average passers can't do it. And it looks like the Stampede has taken over. They are winning it. Yeah, defensively, they're playing great defense. But the Stampede running attack has been slowed down pretty decently. It's just, do you have the beef to slow them down? I think the Ent Stampede game. Have y'all played each other this year? Ent Stampede? I'm kind of thinking, I don't think you guys have you? Oh no, or did you play? No, did you have play? I don't think so, right? You had your guys out against, it was Charon's team that you had your guys out against, right? And you still won. So yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting matchup. I think the Ents will be able to stop the run. I just don't know if they will be able to run, but I think they'll be able to stop the run if they get past the storm. So I think that's going to be a really interesting game. Hey, Cat wants to take the Huberts out. Wants to finish them off. Ooh, Vaughn gets injured by Wavering. Wavering gets a nice run and causes an injury. But it looks like it's going to be a little too late. 18 plays to go. Moving on with the catch. Moving on, a couple yards. Nothing there, and that's going to pretty much do it. I will go ahead and, Wavering with the catch and score. They can get a turnover. I've seen 2 touchdowns in 9 plays. Don't think it's going to happen, but it's happened before. Wolf. Nice run. Looks like it's over. I will go ahead and 5X it now, because that is it. And good game, Stampede. Look at that. 265, 0 yards passing. The Huberts, though, really could not do anything when their top player went out. I don't know if their defense would have played so well with Sveen out, but their offense certainly would have been a little bit better. Yeah, goblins can be pretty great. I've had some great goblins in a lot of my leagues. What I like about goblins is they're not as horrible on defense as halflings are. They're usually a little bit better on defense. So a little bit more all around. All right. Yeah, so interesting game there with the Stampede. So let's go ahead and play the big one here, the big matchup. I think the winner of this game is the favorite. But I think the Hounds just have the Choops number. Hounds won one game this year. Choops won the other. But I don't know if you all saw a stat I posted. Other than that, when they've played each other, these two guys have beaten most other teams by over 5 points. The only teams that even came close to beating them were the Boulders and by close I mean they were within 2 or 3 points. Were the Boulders and the Executioners, their own division. But outside the division, they have crushed everybody. So that's why I think they might be the top ones. Poor Boulders and Executioners, we all, talking about Maple Stump being ass. It just might be that they have to play these two guys. That's already 4 losses straight off the bat at the beginning of the season when you have to play these guys. So Choops and Hounds playing it. The Choops are losing 2 players. Yoon and Feeblon is going to be retiring this year. So Yoon's going to be gone. Feeblon, which is their 4th best player, is going to be retiring this year. So we will see who winds up getting it. But the Choops really need to win this one this year. Although they have some pretty good backups. I don't think Feeblon's going to hurt them that much. but Yoon's probably going to hurt a decent amount, so we'll see. This is the, yeah, they still have Wraith and Winewood, but this is a big shot for them. So let's see who does it. Feedlon comes out, runs the ball, gets a nice little run against this Hounds defense. Winewood, we know what Winewood can do. Winewood bouncing, getting a big first down. So far, Choops moving the ball really easily against this team. The Hounds defense slowed down. They were really strong at the beginning of the season. They did slow down a little bit. Winewood, another big run. Yeah, I mean, he might be. I mean, he definitely is the GOAT right now, though, of course, now we got Karon. Oh, Wraith with a pick. Big play. So Chiefs get a touchdown, and then Wraith gets a big pick. Oh, big run there. First and goal. Can they get number 2? No. Second and goal. Yoon. And the score. 2-0 Choops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But Sothale gets the ball. Sothale's like, nope. Give me this. Let me use my speed. And Sothale gets a nice run. Einef. Nice little run, too. I was really surprised by the Einef number. I know he's a good player, but I didn't know that he was number 2 in touchdowns. Look at Sothale. Sothale's rocking it. Getting a few yards there. Einef. Nope, can't do it. 3rd and 3. Track, back to pass. They get the pressure, but just go big clutch catch, and Hounds get back in it. Yeah, it's weird that last year, I don't know what happened to him last year. He's so, oh no. Wraith puts a pounding on Einef. And there you go. Hounds lose a big player. Smith back to pass. Smith, ooh, bad. Oh, he was wide open. Could not get him the ball. And nice pass by Feedlon. They got a rookie. The Choops have a rookie who's not starting. He's a really good passer. He's like a 90-something passer, just as good as Feedlon. I think he'll take his place. He's a better defensive player, too, slightly. He's just not, I don't think he just has overall everything, but he's pretty good. Oh, Wraith with a big catch, and Wraith with the score. Yeah, of course, we forget about Karon. I mean, you know, Karon's probably going to be the GOAT if he stays alive. You know, I think Karon is going to be... He just needs some help to get his team to... imagine if Karon just had a decent team on his side, decent defense. Finally with the score, man, the Hounds are getting beat up. That injury really hurts them. Sothale with the run. Sack. Track. Nothing. Sothale bounces. Sothale, though, with that speed, he's just burning it. Smith, though, is a real downgrade. Smith throws a pick. Wow, Smith is huge. Smith isn't a bad player, but, man, he's a downgrade. Wraith for the big catch. Feedlon. Nope. Tracked. Right back to pass. Ooh, big catch there. Jesco. First down. Sothale running. Smith. Ugh, nothing. Tracked. Nice little run. And Hounds looking shot here. Looking shot. But they still got a chance. 3 plays to go. Tracked. Nope. Can't get the first down. Feedlon's having a big game. Look at that. Oh, Wraith! Wraith drops a big pass. That would have been it. But Winewood. So even Sothale can't tackle Winewood. Wraith, huge catch. Yeah, Smith is very basic by name and by play. That is very true. Oh, fumble, but recovered by Yoon. These Choops, they're getting this monkey off their back. I think if they can get this win. Oh, but you get to stop. Am I going to give them the curse? Track. Sotail. Oh, that's Smith. That's Smith. Ooh, Ice Shaker. Ice Shaker first catch the game? Like, Ice Shaker has been... I don't think... Has he caught a blind pass? Ice Shaker. That's somebody that has not gotten in it. Yoon is a good... Yoon's a good defender. Been holding him, I guess, down. Smith back to pass. Incomplete. 2nd and 9. Track. Ooh, terrible pass by Track. 3rd down. Sotail. Sotail. Ooh, what the hell? He gets bounced. Can't do it. We need some Smith before. How'd you get such a basic name? Wraith. Oof. No, 1st down. Jesco with the catch. Or if they get a score here, I guess it's still possible. Wraith? Nope, that's it. Looks like we're done. All right, I'll hit you with a trivia about the Hounds. Now we're seeing this Choops game against the Hounds. The Hounds, if you discount last season, half of the regular season losses the Hounds have had have been against which team? Half of the Hounds' regular season losses, if you discount last season, half of the Hounds' regular season losses have been against which team? I guess the other half would be to another team, but it's the Lightning. Yeah, it's the Lightning. It's the Lightning. How many... Who has... Which number is higher? I mean, this is probably obvious where I'm going with this. But which number is higher? And half of their ties have been against the Lightning. So the Lightning have... The Hounds have only 2 regular season losses and 2 regular season ties. One of the losses was the Lightning. One of the ties was to the Lightning. But even funnier is who has more... Which number is higher? The number of Lightning wins or the number of Sothale defensive touchdowns? Who is... Oh, great! Sam, you made it! And the Choops get the win. I mean, this is kind of a shocker how bad they won this game. Wraith dominating. So which number is higher? The number of Sothale defensive touchdowns or the number of Lightning wins? Yeah, it's not even close. Sothale has 7 defensive touchdowns. The Lightning have 4 wins. 4 wins in 4 years. 4. But one is against the Hounds, and the other one was... One of their ties was against the Hounds. So the Lightning are terrible, except for when they play the Hounds. They just get up for that game. And they also, I think they lost both times this year by 1 to the Ferrymen. And the Lightning have the most ties in the league. So they play close. They just can't win the games. Very weird team. And by the way, defensive touchdowns. Sothales have 7. Winewood has... Again, I always keep forgetting. Oh, Dust Flare has 5. And then the next person is 2. So Sothale and Winewood dominating that defensive touchdown stat. All right, here we have the big one. Ents versus Storm. Good luck to the Ents. See if they can take out the Storm. We got the top 2 defenses playing each other. We got Dolphin. We got Men. And we will see how this goes. So it looks like Fairman Choops. And then let's see who's going to be the Stampede. Enough. Well, Caron, I don't know. He may not. I don't even know if he might have 1 or 2. That one, he didn't get a touchdown. So in 2 seasons, I don't know, since he's only had 2 seasons. So here we have the Ents. Again, have the 2 of the top 4 blockers of all time on their league. They have Dust Flare. You know, they're loaded. Dust Flare, top all time. Men, second best defensive player all the time. But Dolphin really is a beast. And then we got the rookie Braunhand. But I just don't see this team beating the Ents. But you never know. You never know. So let's take a look and see how this goes. Yeah, sellout Ent Arena. They have, every time they've made the playoffs, they've made the championship. Dust Flare with the run. Heel Hero. Ooh, Heel Hero gets stopped. Crid. Ooh, Crid's good. I think Crid's going to have a tough game. I think it's going to be on the back of Dust Flare. Dark running the ball. Can't get anywhere. Dendrick. Can't get anywhere. Men with the tackle in the backfield. And Steel Howler. Ooh, Steel Howler gets taken down. So Dust Flare. I think it's just going to be Dust Flare. How many yards can he get? Heel Hero might pull in a... Ooh, Dust Flare with the catch. Wide open. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I just don't know if the Storm going to be able to get a lot of yards. Dust Flare, nothing there. 3rd and 10. Heel Hero. Nothing. So back to the... Ooh, look at that Dark with a nice little run. Ooh, big run for Dark. Yeah, he's just hanging on to the ball. Ooh, Crid. Back in coverage. Taking it down. And Dark gets stopped. Dust Flare. Yeah, Dolphin is a beast. Dolphin is a beast. Crid pounding it. And first down. Nice run by Crid. I was thinking... I just kind of think Crid's going to struggle. But, you know, this D-line is a good D-line, but they aren't gigantic, so maybe Crid is going to have a good day. Looks like he's doing it now. Big run. Dust Flare, bounce, and score for the Ents. So Ents on top. I just think the Ents need to hold. I think this... Ooh, fumble. And ball back to the Ents. Dust Flare to Mar. Mar's been a quiet season this year. I just don't think they've been passing as much this year. Heel Hero is probably their weakest link on the team. But he's had a solid little rookie season. Dark, nothing. Yeah, I don't know who would be the one that's little like Dolphin. I have to think of who would be, because Dolphin's a dwarf. I'm trying to think of who would be small like Dolphin that would be like that. I'd be thinking, what's his name from the Rams, since he's a D lineman, not an outside rusher. I'd be thinking a guy from the Rams. Tackling the backfield, they're stopping him. Dust Flare. Ooh, Dust Flare. Nice little pass, man. Yeah, Dust Flare's passing game is, is pretty decent. And mainly because I think they have pretty good. Men's a really good receiver. His team doesn't pass enough. But Dust Flare with the catch and score. And it looks like the 4 teams that we thought was going to be in there look like they're going to be in there. Pretty close still, but... Yeah, he's... Ooh, Bixra with a big catch. First down. Dendrick with the pass. Ooh, Dendrick can't go anywhere, and Ritna gets the tackle. 3rd and 9. Dark with the run. Heel Hero misses the tackle, and Dark. Wow, the Storm come back. Man, with a big catch there. That was a weird pass. Heel Hero sneaks the first down. Does flare, back to pass again. Ooh, doesn't get anywhere. Dolphin with the sack. And turns it over. First down, 1st and 9. Dendrick. Catch. Ronham with the catch. The Storm could tie it. Ooh, shocker. Mar with the sack. Steel Howler. Vixra. Score. It's. Oh no. Is it going to be, yeah, reverse Ant Magic. 3rd and 6. Crid. Crid's like, no, I'm taking this over. I'm taking this over. Crid is not going to have this. Dust Flare running the ball. 2nd and 6. Heel Hero with the pass. Mar, nice catch. Woo. And Crid, oh, gets stopped though. Stonewall, I think, is Crid's nemesis. If he can get past Stonewall, I think he's doing all right against Dolphin. Dust Flare, huge run, and Dust Flare with a score, and Ant's back on top. Ooh, they can breathe a little easier, but there's still plenty of time left. Ooh, Vixra, terrible. And turns it over. Oh no, picked by Bronhan, the rookie. Having a big play there. Heel Hero tackled, didn't let him get too many yards. Deflected. Heel Howler, 1st down. Oh, Craig with the tackle in the backfield. Nice one. Ritna, tackle. And Steel Howler back to pass. And Steel Howler. Ooh, sack. Big. Dust Flare, couple yards. 2nd and 5. Heel Hero. Nothing. 3rd down and 5. Crid. Pounding the ball. Crid. Looking good. Dolphin. Bounce, pass. Men. Oh, Men and Heel Hero were there for the catch. And Men takes it. Heel Hero, bad pass there. Crid runs up the middle. Crid, ooh, gets tackled. 3rd down and 8. Dust Flare, and Dust Flare gets it. Oh, but fumbles. Huge fumble. Heel Hero with the pickup. Big one. And Men with the catch. And, ooh, still close. No draft today, Chris. We're not doing draft, but welcome. This is just the championship. We'll do the draft next week. Like I said last week, we're just going to do the draft all in one night, but I will pause and give everybody some time to talk, look at the draft picks. I'll take like a 10, 20-minute break where we'll just look at the draft picks, let you guys talk about trades. So that way you guys can make some trades and look ahead and look at the guys that are there. So we'll take a little extra time for the draft next week because, it's not that long. And because I like I said, you can just look and see their ratings, their hidden ratings. If you look at the file, and I think, we don't want that. And there's nothing really to stop people. It's not like we have people that would cheat, but we wouldn't want that somebody winds up getting really lucky and then everybody's kind of suspicious. I don't want any suspicion. I don't want any of that stuff. So we're going to do the whole draft. We'll do the draft and free agency next week. So we'll go freestyle, but we'll give a little extra time. There's no rush in the draft. We got, free agency doesn't take that long. So we'll take our time and give everybody some time to really look at things and get through it. So Gundar and the Ents, big win. Look at that defense. Shuts the Storm down. They had a couple little drives. Dolphin had a big game, but the 16 tackles, 3 sacks, tackle for loss. But that wasn't enough. The Ents were able to get the yards. So let's see. We got a little break. Season 2. Let me go ahead and give everybody a chance to look at their rosters. Home teams. So it'll have to be the Stampede and the Fairmen, they're not going to make any changes. Stampede and Fairmen make their changes first. Then the Ents and Choops need to make their changes. But I will pop up the teams to see if you want to make any changes. So here is the stamp. Here are your Wolf. Here's your team. Think you know who they are. Here are the Ents. You can take a look. Of course, you can look at your own files, see if you want to make any changes. And then last, Varkaris isn't here, so won't be any changes for them. And then we will take a look at the Choops, see if you want to make any changes to the Choops. So you think you're same. You guys are thinking you're gonna not change much. So let me go ahead and we'll give a second while you're thinking. Let's do another trivia question. Let's see. Who has the most interceptions of all time? Dust Flare, Yoon, Czar, Sveen, and Kaz. These are mostly players we've seen in the playoffs. Kaz and Czar we have not. But who has the #1 all-time interception lead? Yeah, Kaz, I mean, they're all up there. But it is actually Czar. It is actually Czar and Dust Flare. Dust Flare, we just saw Dust Flare, and Czar and Dust Flare are on top. So here you go. If you want to take a look real quick at your Ents team, take a look here. See if you want to make any changes. And I will do another trivia question while we're waiting for those changes. All right. Injuries caused. Well, I think. Well, I didn't put a list together, but anybody know who the #1 in injuries caused is? I think most people. This wasn't really a surprise to me, so that's why I didn't put it. Who's #1 in injuries caused? But then my question is going to be, who's #1 in injuries caused by per? This is not team. This is player. Team, it's of course the Stampede. All right, so you're good with that? Yeah, team, it's obviously the Stampede, both in. Yes, no, #1 is Denia. Denia from the Executioners is #1 in injuries caused. But if we look at injuries caused per game, who is #1? Vaughn, Fang, Maritna, Shinya, or Wolf? 3 of those are Stampede players. Just by the way, I mean, they're just all over the list. Maritna is now. Yeah, I guess Titty does know his own team. It's Shinya. Shinya is #1 in injuries caused per game. Surprised you benched him this week. But I guess he's only good for one thing, his injury. So he's good in the regular season. But playoffs, he's got to go to the bench. Shinya is #1. I thought it was going to be Britton is close. Britton is close for injuries per game. But Shinya is #1 in injuries per game. All right. Let's see. Let's get to the Choops game. Choops and Fairman. And I'm going to go that one first since, we got a top 2. So basically, top offenses here. This is a more balanced game, but we got top offenses here. Choops #1, Fairman #2. This should be a light 'em up big game. I think the Ent Stampede game is the more interesting one, so I'm going to put that one second. Unless somebody's got to go. Sim, you don't have to go, right? But if you got to go, I'll play the Ents first. But otherwise, I'm going to play the Choops. I think my money's on the Choops, but you never know. Fairman, Caron can do a lot. But I'm just interested to see how that defense plays against the Choops. Are they going to be able to stop him? This is going to be like, I'm over under is 10 points. I think at least 10 points are going to be scored in this game. At least 10 points are going to be scored in this game. I think it's going to be more between the teams. I think the winning team's probably going to have 7 or 8, honestly. All right, starting with Choops getting the ball first. Choops, the pass. Ooh, Caron gets a stop, but Winewood, big run. Oh, Winewood, it's just tiptoeing on the sideline. Their defense is decent. I think they're going to be all right. I think they'll stop them enough. I just don't think the Fairmen are going to be able to stop. You know, they're going to need it, like right there. They got Caron against the Wraith, so if Caron can get a couple picks, maybe. But, I mean, look at this. They're just rolling over. Look at that quick score by the Choops. Caron running. And Caron doesn't get a first down. Wraith tackles, 3rd down and short. Stag back to pass. And deflected by Yoon. Oh, Choops. Winewood running the ball. Winewood running the ball. Yoon running to the outside. Nobody there. Feedblom. Boom, boom, boom. Touchdown. Wow. They're just rolling over these Fairmen. Yeah, but Caron coming back. Caron's not going to give up. Caron, this team can score. Oh, wow. Nice blocks. Lodgepacker, even with Caron gassed, Lodgepacker can't catch up to him. Gravity gun, back to pass, and Hawk Huddle with a catch. So Fairman right back. Yeah, Caron is going to Caron. Yoon with the catch. Caron comes over. Winewood. Winewood's like, yeah, I can do that too. I can do that too. And Yoon running. Yoon decides not to pass and just runs it right in. So 3-1. And tackle Caron. So gravity gun. The backups are going to have to do this. Stag back to back. And incomplete. Airmen are not able to get it. Winewood with a nice couple yards there. Winewood with the run. First down. Yoon back to pass. First down. Oh, we're not good yards, not first down. Feedlong. These Choops, they want that championship. Playing hard. Oh, you know, I guess you guys haven't any problems listening to me. I had my mic turned around. Wraith with the catch and score, and 4-1. Ouch. Choops. They came to play. Choops. Yeah, I mean, the Fairmen had so many close wins against pretty mediocre teams. That I just didn't think they were going to do much. Caron with the big run. Caron's going to do his thing. But it's like he's playing by himself. Oh, fumble. Caron picks it up. Caron with the run. just fumble the ball to me. Just fumble the ball to me. I'll get the score. But, you know, Choops can score every single time. I mean, the Ferryman can score every time they get the ball. So if they can get a turnover, they can turn this game around. But the Choops, man, they are just, this team. Oh, fumble. Oh, big fumble. Oh, that's a big one. Oh, Caron. Caron's not going down. He wants this. He wants his championship. Gravity gun. Caron. Oh, big play. Wait, I just noticed this. We're talking bad defenses. Look at this. Look at this defense. Not a single, with the exception of Caron, not a single player has any, like, symbol. Like, none of them. They're not good at anything. on defense. But it's 3-4. They got Caron. That's all they need. That's all they need. Winewood fighting, getting the first down. Yoon. Winewood with the catch. Ooh, gets that. And big. Ooh, score. They're going to need turnovers. I think if they can get the turnovers, it's pretty much Caron that has to get the turnovers. Because nobody else can do anything. 2nd and 2. Stag, back to pass. Oh, Tiger with the catch. Some yards. Wraith. Ooh, Caron goes by Wraith. Everybody getting popped. Caron breaking tackles. The big one. Grabbed a gun. Ooh, Winewood with a tackle. Oh, that's grabbed a gun. So bounce back. Now poor Caron has to come back in. Okay. Okay. Oh, and he gets stopped. Caron, I just feel so sorry for him. This is like he instead of being, he's not really MJ. He's like Kevin Garnett. You know, he's more like Kevin Garnett. I think he just doesn't have anybody around him. Can't get the. Nah, but Kevin Garnett, their team would never make the playoffs that much, so I guess I can't really call him that. Maybe LeBron in Cleveland. That's. Of course, I guess first few years MJ, they didn't have a great team. Speed line. Big run. Winewood. Big run. And oof. Yoon, and a score. Yeah, Winewood 200 yards. He's no slouch. No slouch at all. Wraith with a tackle on Stag. And that is a big stop. Winewood, bounce. Winewood, huge run. 1st and goal. Yoon back to pass. No good. 2nd and goal. Ooh, incomplete. 3rd and goal. Oh, and they got stopped, but it's looking bad. They still got time, though. And they got Caron, so they could score this to get back in it. Stag, trying to get there. Boom, nope. Stag tackle, 3rd and 1. Caron should be able to get 1 yard, right? Yep. Stag, back to pass. Chicago over the catch. Ooh, interception. Yeah, AP. I mean, since it's a more similar sport. Choops, big game. I'm really interested to see how the Choops match up against either the Stampede or the Ents. It's gonna be a really interesting game. Who the Ents lose to? I forgot who the Ents lost to. And there we go. Yeah, Barry Sanders, yeah. And Winewood. And score. So that looks like it's it. The Choops defense, pretty solid. And the Ferrymen fall apart. They really couldn't do it. Let's see. Do I have any trivia here that would fit this occasion? Got a lot of defensive trivia. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Since this is, here's one I'll say. Oh, no. Never mind. Okay, here's one I'll say. Who had more rushing yards? The Boulders all-time rushing yards versus Caron one season. I think it's this season where Caron has his record yards. I don't know if it's this season or last season, but who has more yards? Caron in one season or the Boulders all-time rushing yards? All their players combined. Yeah, I wouldn't be asking it if the answer wasn't Caron. The answer's Caron. But, just to be fair, I only included the Boulders. Boulders actually aren't the worst rushing team. I only included the Boulders just because I figured Tyler would be here. And I thought he'd get a kick out of it. But it's actually, his season is better than like four teams. And Boulders aren't the worst. I think the worst is Apocalypse. But since nobody owns the Apocalypse, I was like, nobody cares about the Apocalypse. So, yeah, it is. Caron in one season has more yards than 4 years of the Boulders running the ball. So they certainly are not a Boulder on offense. They are not rolling. Yards pretty close. A couple turnovers, but just, it's just all Caron. Caron won the player of the game, had 400 yards rushing. How many did Winewood? Wine had 333, pretty respectable. But Caron's team loses. The Choops are in the champs. The Choops are in the champs. So this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a good game here and probably a good championship game. But we haven't had super close, championship games. Let's see how this goes. Ents versus Stampede. Good luck to both of you guys. I think both fun teams to watch. I like to see the big boys. Let's see how they do. Dust Flare, Men, Brassbeard. We know the names. Let's see what happens. A pretty close game. Pretty big one. Let's see how they do. Dust Flare back running the ball. Gets a couple yards, but Traven with the big tackle. Heel Hero tries to pass. Couple yards, but not a lot. Can Crid run the ball today? I don't know. And he does. Oh! But gets bounced back and doesn't get the first down. Wolf. Ooh, Wolf. Lots of room to run there. Azzo running. Azzo running well. Ooh, I'm surprised. The running attack. The Stampede jump out quick. But Dust Flare, big run. Traven's like a Dust Flare, I think, is a good matchup for Dust Flare. And, ooh, Stampede. 2 quick stops. Wow. Surprising that the Stampede are rolling over the Ents so far on offense. The Stampede had a tough time against Huberts last week. Ooh, injury. Who is it? Raven from the Stampede. Maritna gets the big injury cost. Uh-oh. There we go. Maritna, is this going to be enough? Is this going to be a turn the game around? Inferno's now in. We got Baby Wolf in the game. Yeah, Maritna's not in your division anymore, but he's still causing damage. Wolf, stop. Has back to run the ball. Has bounced, stopped. Deval, so Inferno is playing Gunner. Ooh, Deval with a nice run. Stop. Taz. Stopped. Deval. And Deval, ooh, couldn't quite get it. The Stampede, get it back. Dance, get it back. Heel Hero, back to pass. Men with the nice catch. Traven runs him down. Crid runs the outside. Ooh, Crid got a nice block. And Traven, he's not a strong tackler. So, he's get through it. Oh, pick. Huge. Huge pick. Just when the Ents looked like they were about to come back. And they get the pick. Wolf with the run. Pass. Sack. Ooh, pick by Dustflare. Dustflare having a big game. Couple yards. Dustflare's really putting this team on his back. Can Crid get this first down? Oh, he does. Just sneaks out the first down. Heel Hero back. Nothing. Ooh, Heel Hero doing well. Passing the ball. Ooh, man with the catch. Heel Hero. Can they get on the scoreboard? Couple yards. 2nd and goal. Crid. This is his territory. And he gets it. When he's near the goal line, he just does not let up. Traven with the catch. Traven. Threw a pass. Stampede had 0 yards passing last game. But got a big completion there. Wolf. Ooh, nice run there. Big hole in the middle. Bassbeard with the tackle. Bowen. Tackle. 3rd and 8. And tackled. Stampede. Huge stop. Oh, this game's getting juicy again. Oh, huge pick by Taz. Turnovers are killing the Ents. Tackle. 3rd and 6. Devolve. Crid. Oh, but men with the big stop. Heel Hero. Can't get it. 3rd and 4. Crid. Ooh, can't get there. Wolf. Tackled. 2nd and 3. 3rd and 1. D-ball is able to get it. They need another stop. It's close. This is going to be a big one. Need a stop here. Taz running the ball. Can't get through. Taz. Oh, Heel Hero gets injured by Inferno. And then turnover. And then score. Still plenty of time. The Ents now have Lease. They have a passer in there. Crid, bounce. Crid. Oh, big run by Crid. Third and short. Oh, Dustflare decides to pass. And men with a huge catch. Oh, that was a huge one. Lease running the ball. Look at that. Lease doing well. Crid coming up the middle. Crid. They want to keep it. Dustflare. Oh, Traven with the tackle. Lease. Oh, bad pass by Lease. 3rd and 1. Can Crid get it near the goal line? You know it. Crid takes it. The 2 best runners, the 2 funnest runners in the league, going against each other. Wolf and Crid. They're making a show. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Wolf, huge run. 1st and 10. They need this stop. They can't let another score. I don't think they'll have time if they allow a score here. It's going to be rough. Wolf. They need it. 2nd and 1. Pass. Ooh, big one. This is it. They got to stop him. 2nd and goal. Oh, Wolf. Wolf with the touchdown. That might be it. Yeah, actually he is. He's thicker. Wolf is a speedy little guy. Or big guy, I shouldn't say little. Oh, Wolf's going to come get me in my house tonight because I called him little. Can they do it, though? There is still time. But they need to score. They need to score in about 2 or 3 plays, I think, to give them a real shot. Dustflare. Trying to do it. They can't play around. Lease needs to get a good play here. Gets it to Dustflare. Ooh, but Traven with the big tackle. Crid, though, he's not going to give up. It's still time. There's still time. They got to get a 3 and out, though. Taz stopped. 3rd down and 8. Are we going to have some Ent magic? Oh, there's still time for Ent magic. Dust Flare with the bounce. Dust Flare. Traven. He beats Traven. Dust Flare. Oh no. It's Magic again. Crid with the catch. 2nd and 5. Crid near the goal line. Is Crid going to do it? Crid. Is he going to do it? Oh, he doesn't. 3 yards to go. Dust Flare. Oh, Dust Flare. Lease. Back to pass. Lease. The replacement ties the ball game up with no time left. No time left. And we're going to OT. Oh my gosh. Ant Magic. Ant, stop him. Lease. Back to Pat. Oh, Lease doesn't do anything. Crid. Crid gets stopped. Wow. This is nuts. Wolf. Stopped. Taz. Marina. Taz beats Marina. Men. D-Ball. Ooh, D-Ball gets slowed down. Wolf. Wolf decides to pass. What was Wolf doing? What was Wolf doing? Crid stops him. Dust Flare to Men. Lease back to pass to Men again. Oh, is Ant Magic gonna strike again? Is it? Crid. Crid also decides to pass. What's with these big boys? Dust Flare. Oh, huge run. But Wolf stops him. Lease needs a yard. Decides to pass. Hits Mar. And we got a win. The Ants. Ant Magic. Oh my God. Wow. What a finish. What a finish. They do it again. Oh my gosh. Wow, Titty. I'm sorry your team played so well, but congrats to Sim. They do it. They get to the championship. Huge comeback. The Ants just do this all the time. This isn't the first time this has ever happened. The Ants just do it. Ant Magic is real. We've said it over and over. They just keep winning. Let's see. I'll give you guys a chance. I need to catch my breath. We'll do some trivia while we wait up for the last ones. Let's see if anybody wants to make any changes. Here's our troops here. Can you take a look? Oh yeah, Dust Flare. And I don't know what it is. Crid near the goal line. Like Crid in the middle of the field is a good runner, but near the goal line, Crid he always it's like he can see the end zone. He just knows it's him. So we'll see this. Oh, Heel Hero dropped. Heel Hero dropped after the injury. And there you go. The computer agrees with you. The computer said, yep, we're putting Lease in, and Lease had a good game. I mean, Heel Hero is slightly better cover. But Lease is a better passer. Slightly better passer. Slightly better runner. So you can be thinking about that. We'll do some trivia. And let me know if you want to make any changes either. Hey guys, let's see. What trivia do we have here? We've got... All right, we just did this. So since we just talked about the Ents, which non-Ent player? So the Ents, the top 5 or 6 players in most games played. Out of the top 6, 5 of them are Ents. 1 player is not an Ent player. For the players with the most playoff games, which is basically the most games played, it is someone that is a non-Ent that has the most playoff games. Is it Ionith, Dalpin, Anime, Kata, or Sephiroth? Who has, it's not Sothel, most games played? Now this is most games played, so I said most playoff games, but it's not necessarily playoff games. It's most games played. Ionith, Dalpin, Anime, Kata, and Sephiroth. Who is it? Oh yeah, Meridna is yeah, gotta be checked it. He is not starting. How did we lose? How do you lose the start? Maybe there's a... So Maritna here. Akamana goes down. So Dustflare, Min, Brassbeard, Cohen, Crid, Mar, Maritna, Elise. And that is the starters. I mean, that is the lineup that you guys had last time. Take a look at your... Oh, it probably because you had a lot of these positions locked in. And so sometimes with positions locked in, for these two positions, that person would have been better. So that does that. It is, strangely enough, it's Kata from the Shield. Because Kata played for the Crowbars the first 2 seasons and then played for the Shield last year. So Kata has the most, or tied with all the rest. And although now that's going to be all Ints, it won't be the same anymore. Yep, go ahead, take a look. Take a look. I think they were all set, so none of these should have changed because they were all set. The reason why they wound up putting this other guy in, Pixdale, is because when you look at blocker D-line, Maritna is a much better D-line, but a much less of a blocker. Low-key, Maritna might be the MVP of that game. I think that injury did hurt. Inferno did not do much in that game. So before, let's see. So we will, I may save a couple. I'm going to save some of these trivia questions for next week. Although some of them may not apply. They're going to be applied from this. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this one because this one may not apply after this. Well, I'll look them up again. But I'll save some of these trivia questions because we've got a big championship coming up. I'll ask the SAC one. I'll go ahead and ask the SAC one. We'll do. Yeah, we can do halftime trivia. So I'll stop the game at halftime. We'll do some halftime trivia. So at around play 50, I will. And Men Inferno game. So this is a big one. Ants Choops. I don't know. I kind of think Choops, but I don't know. You got the Ant magic. So Ants have made the playoffs 3 times. They've made the championship 3 times. And every time they've made the championship, it's been by a nail biter. And so let's see how this goes. The championship games themselves haven't been always close. But the games leading up to it have been. I think that Choops will be interesting. Can the Choops keep up that high scoring? Dustflare coming back. Dustflare, Winewood going against each other. Want to get to see that in a pick. Thrown by the Ents. Feblon gets the ball. Feblon, big one up the middle. Winewood, quick, and the score. Winewood's just a lot bigger than Dustflare. Dustflare is better, I think, on defense. But Winewood is Winewood hasn't, the thing with Winewood, some of his running stats aren't as high because he hasn't always played runner. He's played some time at gunner. And so that's probably why some of Winewood's stats aren't as high because there were several games the first season or so that Winewood was playing gunner. And he is much better at the runner position. Dustflare running the ball. But they've settled down. The Ants were down 2-0. Dominant start last game too. So let's see how this goes. Crid breaks a tackle. Crid. That is one thing that I think the Choops are going to have trouble with is Crid. I think Choops aren't a big defense. So Crid might be able to out-muscle them. And look at what he's doing. Srika gets him finally. Elise with the catch. Elise running the ball. Well, they're settled down. Ints driving. Crid. Ooh, bad pass there. 2nd and 10. Dustflare. Couple yards. 3rd and 7. Elise. Ooh, nice run by Elise. Look at that. He really appreciates getting the start. And Crid, end zone, touchdown. Crid inside the 10-yard line. That's a touchdown. Gillian with the catch. Look at that. Winewood. Nice run up the middle. Ooh, Wraith. Ooh, Wraith fumbles though. Big fumble. Oh my. Dust Flare picking it up, causing the fumble and getting it back. Grid? Nope. They aren't able to make anything happen after that turnover. Winewood. Running. Winewood. Ooh, nice block by Wraith on the outside. Winewood. First down. Yeah, he definitely. I like that. White Line Fever. I like that. That's a good nickname. That's a good nickname. I think we should just start calling Grid White Line Fever. Big play. And 3rd and 10. Winewood. No, not able to do it. Dust Flare back to pass. Please tackle. Ooh, man. Big catch. Grid running the ball. Not able to do it. Dust Flare. Nope. 3rd down and 8. Ooh, incomplete. It's a pretty defensive game. I'm surprised. Winewood, big run. Big first down. Yoon back to pass. Nothing there. Feblon. First down. 1st and 10. Winewood. Ooh, bounce. Not able to do it. Yoon. Oh, fumble, but Strauss picks it up. Ooh, big fumble recovery by Strauss there. Also got him the first down. And this is the last play. We're going to go ahead and we'll halftime it. We got a close one here. We'll halftime it. Let's see. League leader in sacks. Mazusk, Traven, Dalpin, Buren, Portel Danto. While Yoon is back here, they called timeout. Everybody's on the halftime. Yoon's thinking about what his call is going to be. Yeah, it is Dalpin. Dalpin is the league leader in sacks by a pretty good lead. Dalpin is up there. Traven was great at the beginning, but he has slacked as he's aged. He's had some injuries. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to it. We'll get back to it. I'll save the rest of the trivia for next week for the draft. Maybe I'll come up with a couple more. So here we go. Yoon, let's see what he can do. 2nd down and 4. Yoon runs the ball wide open. Yoon thought about it and was able to get there. Lease back to pass. Complete to Mar. Ansar moving the ball. Crib. How's it? Nope, nothing there. Dust Flare. Ooh, Mar. Breaks tackle. Dust Flare. Ooh, nice block. Ritna. Ooh, Lodge Packer. Playing cover there. Feblon. Running. Winewood. First down. Yoon. To Wraith. Wraith, big catch. First down. Feblon. Winewood. Oh, you know, the one thing that would have been nice with the Stampede is, you know, for those of you guys don't know, Wolf used to be big turnover. Huge turnover. You get the ball back. Grid running the ball. First down. Huge play. 2nd and 9. Police tries to run it. Can't get there. 3rd down and 8. Crid, can he get that first down? No. Big play. Gillian, catch. Winewood. Oh, nobody there. Everybody just got blocked. Winewood. Crid, though, makes a big tackle. Yoon back to pass. Oh, Lease with the pick. Oh, he is rewarding. Are we going to have another magic? Is it going to happen one more time? Grid, though, gets stopped. They can't get there. This game seems to be played on this side of the field. But in their fumble. Picked up by the Ents. Turnovers. Turnovers are keeping the Ents in this game. Grid pounding it. Gets on the other side of the field. Flips it. That magic is very strong. Dust Flare. Couple yards. 2nd down and 5. Lease. Oh, incomplete pass. That could have been picked. Oh, Dust Flare. Nice catch. Grid passes it. Oh, wow. Is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen again? Dust Flare. Oh, dropped. Lease. Back to pass. Stop. 3rd down and 7. Grid. No. Oh, huge one. Oh, Dust Flare on Wraith. And Wraith drops it. Winewood, though, gets the 1st down. Can they run? Can they run the clock? Oh, Wraith. Huge. That might be game. There's still plenty of time, but that was a big play right there. Really flips the field position. Ooh, but 3rd down. Yoon decides to run instead of pass. And still have it. 11 plays left. Are they going to win it? Are they going to tie it up with no time on the clock again? Dust Flare. Huge run. Huge run. Oh, my. Lease. Bad pass. Grid. Running the ball. Can't get there. Dust Flare. He's going to put it on his back. Dust Flare going to do it. Oh, Dust Flare. Huge run. Big run. 3rd and 10. Lease. Oh, Lease. He had it. He had it. Oh, he had such a good game. But the moment was too much for him. Oh, there's still 3 plays left, though. Dust Flare, they're not far out. Lease, can he get it back? Can he get it back with a big pass? Man with the catch. Man with the catch. The magic is real. The magic is real. Oh, my gosh. The magic is real. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Lease, after the big pick, comes back. But Ray, can Grid stop him? This is it. Winewood at the goal line. Oh, and the score. The Ent magic runs out. What a game. What a game. Oh. I feel bad for at least Lease made it up by tying that game up. But wow, that was a close one. Congrats on the Choops. Some really nice final games in the playoffs. Good one. That was an amazing win. Oh, man, with the huge play at the end. But the Choops wind up getting it just spread throughout, everybody doing their thing. And Strauss, the O-line, blocking and getting it. And so Choops get the win. And Strauss ends up with MVP. I thought I had some Strauss trivia somewhere. I thought I had some trivia. Strauss was in the trivia question, but maybe I decided to pull somebody else. And I pulled Strauss out of that trivia. Oh, well. There we have it. The big win. Do I have a championship trivia? No, I don't. I'll save the rest of the trivia for next week. So I guess that's it. I'm not going to show In Memoriam. We will save that for next week because it doesn't save unless I start the coaching, so I won't do it. So yeah, Unify did. Yeah, that was the thing I was going to mention at the end, was the fact that Yoon Wolf was a trade, right? Wolf actually started his career with the Choops, and Yoon was with the Stampede. That trade was made season 2, middle of season 2. So that would have been an interesting championship had the Stampede made it. See them go against each other. But it's kind of good to see that both of them got a win. The trade worked out good for both teams. So Troops get their win. The Stampede have their win. And we have 4 different winners. Yeah, at least you got one. I mean, making it to 3 championship games is pretty amazing. 3 out of 4 championships games. You have a good one, Sim. Congrats, everybody, for on a good season. I will see you guys online. Hope you guys have a nice week. Next week we will do free agency and draft. Just a little. I'll probably talk about this next week, but looking at things, I've decided to scrap 3D. I'm scrapping 3D. I went through it too many times. Just doesn't look as fun. But I'm not gonna be making many updates. I'm gonna be making one quick update tomorrow because I'm gonna be working on 2D, trying to improve the graphics. Looking to try a few different things out. We'll see how much nicer they get. At the very least, we're gonna see it side view in the games. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll kind of keep you guys up to date. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about it next week. But things will be a little slow as far as updates for the next couple weeks, mainly because I'm waiting for some artwork stuff and all, trying some things out. But I will see you guys and we'll see you guys for the start of season 5. So have a nice week. Feel free to start thinking about your trades and all on the off season, and have a good evening. So nighty night, everybody.